met His Excellency the President and to brief him about the situation in Jonglei State, briefing him that after the disarmament and the peace initiatives done in Jonglei State, the security situation has greatly improved. The SPL is providing security to the people and their properties. And although there are isolated incidences, which is natural, then the situation has greatly improved compared to the last year and the other years. And this is encouraging, and we believe and ask him for the SPL to continue with the disarmament program and to address the issue of Yao Yao, because Yao Yao is a thorn in the flesh and he has no reason to continue.
In a separate development, President Kiir met with the representatives of Nasir community from Upper Nile State, led by James Kweth Chol. The community briefed the president on the status of roads and other activities in Nasir County.
We briefed the president, and also we have highlighted some issue about development issue, especially the road from Melakal, Baliet, Galatial, Wulang, Nasser up to Joko, that we would like the president to boost the Upper Nile governance to ensure that this road has the eastern gate to connect the Republic of South Sudan and the Republic of Federalism of Ethiopia. Also, we're talking about the issue of health and education that we will.
President Kiir also met with a representative from Gok community from Lakes State. The meeting discussed the developmental issues in Gok area. The government reiterated commitment to improve the living conditions of the ex-combatants as they demobilized from the army. The meeting of the DDR, chaired by the Vice President Dr. Riek Machar Teny and attended by the Ministers of Defense, Interior and National Security, discussed the issue of disarmament, demobilization and the reintegration of ex-combatants. Speaking to South Sudan Television, the chairman of the DDR Commission, William Deng Deng, says the meeting has put a specialized document to cater for the DDR in the country. He said they are moving forward to address the problems facing ex-combatants.
Put together a very important project for the move of the program in the next few weeks. It has concluded, it has formed a very specialized technical committee composed of the Minister of National Security, the Minister of Interior, the Minister of Wildlife, Conservation and Tourism, and the Minister of Defense, and the DDR, National DDR Commission. This meeting will now put together a very specialized document that outline a detail of the DDR program in the Republic of South Sudan that will be presented to the DDR Council in the new year. This is important development because the DDR program for the Republic of South Sudan is an important project.
The chief negotiator at the talks with the Sudan, Pagana Mumokech, has called on Juba to shift focus from pursuing endless negotiations with the Khartoum, but rather identify concrete alternatives to build the nation's economy. Pagan was speaking to reporters at Juba International Airport upon arrival from the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa this evening. Pagan and the country's defense minister, Lieutenant General John Kong-Nyon, were in Addis Ababa to meet with the Sudanese delegation on the implementation of September cooperation agreements. But Pagan told reporters that Khartoum has deliberately blocked the implementation in an attempt to weaken South Sudan economically.
Unfortunately, the government of Sudan is insisting on preconditions to the implementation of these agreements. The government of Sudan is obstructing the resumption of the flow of oil until they are satisfied with the requirement and preconditions on security. That includes that South Sudan must end the war in southern Kordofan, must disarm the Sudanese rebels, and all that. And that South Sudan must be opened to them to inspect it house by house, village by village, to ensure that they are satisfied with their security in South Sudan. These are preconditions which are unacceptable, and they are not part of the agreement. We have agreed on September 27, after very long negotiations, to implement all the 9 agreements in a coordinated manner. Now the government of Sudan is imposing preconditions, is obstructing the implementation of these agreements. As the chief negotiator of South Sudan,
a senior official from the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, has arrived in Juba to assist South Sudan's police in its investigations into the murder of a renowned political commentator, Isaiah Ding Abraham. Involvement of the U.S.-based intelligence agency follows a meeting between President Kiir and the U.S. ambassador to South Sudan, Susan Page, in Juba, during which Kiir accepted an offer for FBI assistance in pursuit of justice for the deceased family. Isaiah Ding Abraham Chan, a political commentator, was shot and killed on 5th December after an unknown assailants stormed his home in Gudele, located in the southwest of the capital, Juba. Speaking to journalists at Juba International Airport, the chargé d'affaires in the American Embassy in Juba, Michael McLean, FBI will join the security organs in South Sudan to track down the killers of the late Isaiah.
From the U.S. Embassy in Addis Ababa with us today here in Juba. Legal attachés are special agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, otherwise known as the FBI, who build relationships with law enforcement people or personnel around the world to facilitate the prompt and continuous exchange of information in the transnational and international fight against crime. Ambassador Susan Page offered the services of the FBI to South Sudanese government authorities in its investigation into the murder of journalist Isaiah Abraham.
SPLS says Khartoum is now busy amassing its troops closer to Kiradem area of northern Bahragazal state. SPLS spokesperson Colonel Philip Aguer Panyang was speaking to SSTV in Juba a few minutes ago. The country's military spokesperson, however, says the SPLA is closely monitoring the movement of Sudanese forces in the area.
It's quiet and calm. For the border areas, there are movement and massing of forces on the side of the northern state of the Republic of Sudan, and we have been observing movement of forces from Merem to a place called Kobo, and this Kobo and Magigi are at a distance of 50 kilometers from Kiradem, and from Atiak and from Wergut. We suspect probably there are elements within the forces of the Sudan Armed Forces that may try to penetrate or attack Wergut and Atiak, and the SPLA is 100% ready. The command of the Division 3, SPLA Infantry, is confident that they will provide the security for the Christmas, and we don't expect any disturbance to the civil population.
Colonel Aguirre also confirmed the military confrontation with the militias in Jongole, adding that the general headquarters is waiting for information from the ground.
And 48 hours ago, there was an attack to SPLA position by the so-called Prophet Dakweth, who just returned from Ethiopian borders. And he first identified himself as a peacemaker, and he tried to deceive the people of the area that is coming for peace. But surprisingly, he started attacking the SPLA unit in the area. So there has been fighting and clashes for the last 48 hours. The SPLA General Headquarters is waiting for the details and will make this detail available to the public. The SPLA is trying its best to make South Sudan as peaceful, as secure as possible.
The National Assembly has unanimously passed the Civil Service and Pension Scheme Bill 2012 today. The bill was presented to the House by the Chairperson of Labor and Public Committee, Matt Roon-War. The bill is to facilitate the payment of dues to the civil service pensioners, both dead and alive. The law will also pave the way for giving to pensioners those who have reached retirement age of 65 years as is stipulated in the law. The House, chaired by the Deputy Speaker Daniel Aweta Court, will begin its recess as from the 1st of January to 31st March 2013. The Minister for Finance and Economic Planning, Kosti Manibe, met in his office a delegation from the United Nations Development Program, UNDP. The meeting discussed the possible support from the UNDP to South Sudan in various sectors of the economy. The team leader, Mr. Gordon Ryan, said they will offer training opportunities to South Sudanese.
Which is here to promote the New Deal, and South Sudan is a founding member of the New Deal, and it's part of an effort to work with countries, especially countries that are moving beyond fragility. And we had an opportunity here to meet with the Minister of Finance, and UNDP has been working very closely with the Ministry of Finance, and today we had an opportunity to discuss with the Ministry of Finance, and particularly the Minister of Finance, the challenges and in a sense the opportunity that South Sudan has to continue to advance.
In an attempt to ease the understanding of Bible and the Holy Scriptures to the diverse ethnicities in the country, South Sudan officially launched its Bible Society on Tuesday. This society will help the country in the dissemination of translation of the Holy Bible to the local population. More in the following report.
Diverse ethnicities in the country, South Sudan officially launched its Bible Society yesterday. This society will help the country in the dissemination and translation of Holy Bible and Scriptures into South Sudanese local languages. This inauguration of the society was witnessed by members of the United Bible Societies from Ghana, Kenya, and Uganda. At the inauguration ceremony, the Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Barnaba Marel Benjamin, said the society will have full government support to facilitate the translation and dissemination of Holy Bibles across the country.
We in the government and you members of various religious departments, this republic, will definitely work together to assist especially our citizens and general public. We would like them to assist the New Bible Society so that it is able and to fully achieve its vision.
Bishop Arcangelo Wanelemi advised that to stop corruption is not only through imprisonment, but also through God's word, Bible, urging that Bibles be availed to reduce crimes.
Greatest problem the world is facing, including this our brand new country, South Sudan, is this three-letter word, and that is S-I-N, sin. It's our greatest problem. So when we're thinking of the Bible, let us think of the Bible in the light of this greatest problem.
Nonetheless, religion books like the Holy Bibles and Quran are still very difficult to understand at the grassroots level, but with the initiative like Bible Society will help in the understanding of these heavenly religions. Reporting for SSTV News, Martin Chada Gabriel.